So let's see who's in the room then. Some specific questions I'd like each of you to answer if you would. What's your name? Where are you based? I thought that'd be interesting. Obviously you're all London-based-ish. What's your professional edge? You're all consultants of different shapes and sizes and types and focus. So I thought that'd be an interesting question to ask. And I'd love to see where you think, what are you heading for? Where are you aiming to sort of direct your energies in the future in terms of your consultancy? Where do you see as your professional edge? And what's your wish for today in terms of what would you like out of today? Okay. Anything else anybody wants to know about the others in the room? There's an obvious. Good. Okay. Who'd like to start then?
Keith Barnwell. I'm a leadership development consultant. I really specialise around self-awareness. So I work with a range of psychometrics, I have a range of psychometrics available to me, and then it's a case of just coaching an individual based on what they need to develop, whether it's their strengths, whether it's a weak area. And I've always found 360 in particular has been one of the big tools, one of the main tools that I've always used. I'm based around the Hunford area, just off the M4, so southeast way. Wish for today, I was really interested with the 360 paper because I enjoy 360. I think it's a very, very powerful tool when done properly.
Yeah.
And what I liked about the paper, as I said earlier, as one of the authors, was it nicely captures all those important points, or some of those most important points about 360. And I think it'd be really interesting to hear the discussion based around that. And I've never heard of the particular item that we're going to hear about.
Yeah.
So that would be very interesting as well. And just getting to meet people.
Cool. Thank you, Keith. Thanks very much.
Shall I do that just by virtue
not
of
the creeping
sadness? So, good morning everybody, I'm Sonal Riley. I'm based in St Albans, in that's where I live. I have what I describe a portfolio career, which is a fancy term for 3-day-a-week permanent job in the area of leadership, learning and development for a small to medium healthcare organisation, which isn't too far from where I live. And the other 2 days a week I'm a freelance consultant, again in terms of individual and team development is how I couch my kind of area, which is very broad, I found, and I think in terms of where is my professional edge, I think interestingly the things that I enjoy doing, which is one-to-one personal development coaching, raising people's belief levels that they can, versus I think what other people see as my strengths sometimes can be a little bit of a dichotomy, which is interesting in terms of, but I want to play in this space, no, we want you to play here, so that's quite interesting. But it tends to fall into the area of individual and team development. My wish for today is really and simply just to broaden my horizon and understanding of 360. I thought I was pretty good at it in terms of my awareness, and then I read the paper and thought, oh, these things I hadn't considered. So just to get a bit more insight and just continuous development for me and an opportunity to meet like-minded professionals.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you.
It is going that way now.
Hello everybody, my name is Andrew Arms. I'm based predominantly in the southeast of England. I live in Croxley, which is a place on the furthest reaches of the Metropolitan Line, which, for those of you that don't live in the country, it's Watford, which is North London. My professional edge, how best to answer that? I think it's just to make more mind. Language is obviously a contentious point, but for me, professional edge is about making more mindful decisions wherever it might be, both in the workplace and where life as a whole. And so I'm trying to do that myself, and if I can help others to do that as a consequence of doing that myself, then great. So that's kind of where I put my focus. And my wish for today is to have as honest a conversation as we possibly can, I think, wherever it may take
Honest
us.
as well.
Whatever honest means.
That's
as well.
my idea. Great. Thank you. Thank you.
My name's Anne Curtis. I have a consultancy business called Bluestone Talent Management. We're based normally in Richmond, but probably like all of you, you're kind of all over the place. As a business, we're assessment and development specialists. We worked with Alba at SHL, so that's kind of how the connection came in there. Our professional edge, really probably around, I'm passionate about people's development. I like a lot of one-to-one kind of work. I'm moving more towards kind of relationship and communication skills, I think, is a specialism at the moment as exploration goes. What my wish for today is I'm just about to embark on a 360 project, so I'm just kind of open to updating my knowledge.
Thank you.
I'm Kate Oliver. I used to work with Elva and Anne at SHL. In fact, when Elva left SHL, I took over running the 360 feedback area from her. So many moons ago, I was sort of a leading edge expert in 360 feedback. Since then, I've moved into more generalist consultancy, and I run my own consultancy. I'm a chartered occupational psychologist, so the work I do spans quite a wide range of things, which really suits me. I think my professional edge is around sort of energy and pragmatic approach, and I quite like having a whole mixture of different things I do rather than being an in-depth specialist in one. So I do leadership development programs, often with a big focus on self-awareness through tools and exploration and feedback. I also do one-to-one coaching work, team development work, and a lot of the work obviously links into organisational change and helping to move people with that. In terms, I live in St Margaret's, which is between Richmond and Twickenham, so I live very near Anne, but we never seem to find any time to meet. So I came here today to meet Anne. We both travelled to central London, so we actually meet. Well, interestingly, sort of in the way that sort of serendipity happens, Elva invited me to come to this, and I was really interested to come along because I think anything that Elva does is always engaging, and there's always an interesting group of people, and it will be stimulating and provoke thought and connection. And I was very interested to hear about the Tetra team methodology. And then I was called by a client for a very short notice meeting about a very large 360 project, which I have to get a costing in by tomorrow. And so it's perfect timing that Elva and I are here together and can also thrash through that costing after lunch. So it was obviously meant to be that I'm here today. So thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Angus Ferguson. I'm a coach. My work sometimes moves over into various areas of consulting. My professional edge is, in one word, I think I'd probably say relationships. Recently, it's quite often been relationships that are work-related. What I tend to do with people is look at where they've got to a certain limit, or they think a certain thing is possible, and take them beyond that through various, I guess, skills that I've built up over time. One of them is actually the creativity that I use for my music. I make music as well, and I make kinds of music where I'm kind of breaking up the boundaries of what's supposed to be done and what's conventional. And I use that type of thinking with people when they're like, well, only this is possible, only that is possible. I tend to invite them to look at beyond. And
if you want a mad idea about anything, just have a word with Angus, and if we will, please have a mad idea.
Oh my goodness, if you're saying that,
I know.
from my
Angus and my conversations are quite mad. Okay.